my dear students, how are you all? I hope you all are doing really very well. Okay, so in our today's session, we are going to start with chapter number 4. Okay, in our previous classes, we have seen some parts of chapter number 4. In this session, we are going to start another part of our chapter number 4, which is named as Mesolithic Age. Okay, so in our previous video, what we have discussed about Paleolithic Age. Now we are going to discuss about our Mesolithic Age. Okay, now what is the meaning of term Mesolithic? Again, like Paleolithic Age, which is a Greek word, Mesolithic word is also a Greek word. Okay, it means meso. Okay, now what is the meaning of meso? Meso means your middle. Okay, and lithic means again stone. That's why Mesolithic age means middle stone age. Okay, and the duration in which Mesolithic age remained on our planet Earth, it is 10,000 BCE to 8,000 BCE, and the era of Paleolithic age 10,000 to 5,000. Okay, now that was a transition period. See, Paleolithic age was the age completely dedicated to Stone Age. Okay, means completely dedicated. But Mesolithic, here comes the transition period. Means fire is already discovered. Okay, now in this age, many other discoveries are done by early mans. Okay, now in this period, here you can see in this period, early man now started making more and more sophisticated tools. See, in Paleolithic age, the tools made with the help of a stone, they are rough in nature. Okay, it means they are not smooth. Okay, but the weapons which they used to make in Mesolithic, they are sophisticated. Means now they are not having so much roughly texture, they have a smooth texture now. These tools are called at microlith. Okay, now the tool name is microlith. Remember this word. Okay, so the tool of Mesolithic age is known as microlith. Okay, and they are more flexible and light in comparison of Paleolithic age. Okay, and why they are more flexible? Okay, why they are more flexible in comparison of Paleolithic age? Because in Paleolithic age, tools are completely made from stone. Okay, no other substance are added. But in Mesolithic age, now wood and bones are also used for making tool with the stone. Okay, now here you can see the early man now used to make a large variety of objects, like now they started making bows, arrows and fishing hooks. Okay, and the area where which we can find this macrolith tools are in the western Narmada region, and in western Narmada region in Madhya Pradesh and Mysore in Karnataka. Okay, see, Mesolithic period is known for its development of microlith. Okay, and microlith means what? Small, finely crafted stone tools. Okay, and these tools are used as like a composite weapons like spears and arrow. These tools are used in the form of spears and arrows. Okay, and microlith are more advanced in the comparison of tools used in Paleolithic age. Okay, what is the meaning of human history? See, for many thousand of years, between 5 lakh BCE to 10,000 BCE, man was a nomad. Okay, so here you can see, my dear student, from the 5 lakh BCE to 10,000 BCE, early man used to spend their life as a nomad. Okay, it means they are continuously moving from place to place. Okay, and when they are moving in place to place, they used to go in group. Okay, after the lapse of long period, they begin to settle down and grow his own period. So you can see 5 lakh and 10,000. So you can see there is a huge time when early men used to live as life of nomadic life. Okay, now after spending so much of time, after 10,000 BC, early men started to settle down at one place. Okay, and now they started making their own food. Okay, so here you can see a drastic change came. Okay, and when this drastic change came, this era is known as Neolithic age. Okay, our stone age is divided into 3 parts: Paleolithic, Mesolithic and Neolithic. Okay, so when early man started making new changes in their life, called as Neolithic age. Okay, now what is the meaning of Neolithic age? Again, Neolithic word came from the Greek word neo plus lithic. Neo means new and lithic means stone. Okay, so that's why Neolithic era is known as our new stone age. Okay, and the time in which Neolithic age is started, it around 8,000 BCE to till 4000 BCE. Okay, so here you can see the map of our country India, and here we can find out the Neolithic age sites. Okay, now archaeological evidences of Neolithic age is, okay, now we also find some evidences who support Neolithic age, like many discoveries are done in our country India, specifically northwestern northeastern part of the India. Okay, so the remnants of this Neolithic age are found in Mehergarh in Baluchistan in Pakistan. Okay, Mehergarh, which is located in Baluchistan, and Baluchistan is located in Pakistan. Okay, Burzohom, Kashmir, Chirand, Bihar, Sarutaru, Assam, Kushai, Odisha, Quetta Valley, northeastern part of Pakistan, Maski, Brahmagiri, Hallur, Narshipur, and Takkalakoda. Okay, all these places are in Karnataka and Nagarjunkonda, Andhra Pradesh. So here you can see these all are the places located in India and Pakistan where we can find the remnants of Neolithic age. Okay, now in Neolithic age, when early man started to settle down at one place, they started doing farming. Okay, so in the beginning of with the beginning of farming in the later stage of Mesolithic, primitive man became a food producer instead of food gatherer. Okay, see, Mesolithic era is ending and Neolithic era is starting. Okay, so at this time early man now started growing their food. Now they are not gatherers, they are producers. Okay, now they can produce uh, cereal, now they can produce vegetables, corns, and fruits on their own. Okay, now early men gave up their nomadic life, means now they don't want to travel from one place to another place. They want to settle down at one place because they were more sophisticated. Okay, now they developed irrigation system to control their water supply. Okay, with the help of rainfall, and they also invented new tools like plows and sickles to make their farming, their agriculture more efficient. So here you can see early man as a producer. Okay, now see the beginning of herding. Okay, so in Neolithic age, early men started herding their animals as their pet animals. Okay, now early men started herding animals or domestication of animals like dog, pigs, goat, sheep, cattle, camels, and horses. Okay, and see the domestication of these animals help early men in many ways. In what ways? Let's have a look. See, when they keep any animal who are domestic, okay, now through that domestic animal early men can get fresh milk. Okay, and horse, bulls, and camels. Okay, horse, bulls, and camels are used to ploughing their field. Okay, sheep provided wool for winter season. Okay, so animals like cows provide them manicure for their crops. Okay, and due to this manicure of the crops, the fertility of the crop is increased. Okay, so here you can see early men get many benefits from the domestication of animals. Okay, in Neolithic age pottery are invented. Okay, it means in Neolithic age potteries are invented. Okay, so here you can see the invention of pottery. Okay, now in Neolithic age early men started doing their own farming. Okay, so when they are doing when they started agriculture, now they need utensils or vessels to keep their products. Okay, so to store their rice, barley, and other grains which they produced, they started making uh, clay pots. Okay, and baskets are dried in the sun. Okay, when the pots are made from clay, then those clays are wet in nature, that's why they dried with the help of sun rays. Okay, however liquid could not be stored in this basket, but you know what, you can't keep liquid in those baskets. I'm not talking about modern world, I'm talking about early men's. Okay, so at that time liquid can't stored in those clay metals. Okay, that's why man learned to make clay pots which were so hard form that did not dissolve in water. Okay, now, after the invention of pottery, another important invention made by our early man is invention of wheel. Okay, so our early man invented wheels. Okay, so invention of wheel again brought a revolutionary changes in early man life. Okay, see how fire is invented, no one knows. Okay, the theory is based on totally accident. Okay, that's why historians also don't have any clue that through which early man discovered or invented wheel. So again they assumed. Okay, now what they assumed, maybe according to historians, early man maybe get an idea when they saw that a wooden roll is rolling through the slope. Okay, when they seen that wooden log is rolling, then maybe after that they get the idea of making wheels. Okay, so these wheels are used in horse carts, bullock carts, to transport man and their goods from one place to another place. Okay, so what other tools and weapons are used in Neolithic age? So you can all know the tools and weapons coming in Neolithic age are more advanced in comparison of Paleolithic and Mesolithic. Okay, they are the well polished and sharp cutting edges. Sickles and ploughs. Sickles and ploughs are the important tools which they use for agricultural purposes. Okay, bones are also used for making needles, blades, and other tools. Now, in what areas we can find the remnants of tools of Neolithic weapons? Okay, means in what areas we can find the remnants of Neolithic tools and weapons? Okay, so again, Mehergarh, Pakistan, Burzahom in Kashmir, and Gufral again in Jammu and Kashmir, Chirand, Bihar, and Piklihal, Karnataka. So in these places, we can find the remnants of Neolithic tools and weapons. Here you can see, my dear student, this is a picture of tools used in Neolithic age. Okay, now toward a settled and community life. Okay, see, in Neolithic age, early man now started settle down in a group. Okay, they invented wheel, and again agriculture started. Okay, it means they started living a modern life. Okay, now they began to live in huts. Okay, means previously they used to live in cave, now they started making their huts and live there. Okay, they learn, early man learn how to they can domesticate animals. Okay, now they also started wearing clothes. Okay, as agriculture took roots, humans have began to settle in one places for extended periods. Okay, so when agriculture was not invented, early man used to live a nomad life. Okay, after agriculture, after the agriculture, okay, means after doing agriculture, early men now started to live at a place for longer duration of time. So it means they started settle down at a place for longer duration of time. Okay, and see, the settlement of early men only nearby rivers, because rivers are fertile land. Okay, so the ability of cultivate crop and raise animals in one area enabled people to build more permanent houses. Okay, so when they started settle down near the sea area, okay, they learned that this area is very fertile, that's why we need to live in this place for a permanent basis. Now they started making their houses much more stronger. Okay, now they may with the help of, they started making their houses with the help of mud bricks or stone. Okay, these homes were often grouped together, forming the beginning of communal living and shared organization, shared resources. Now see, when this early man used to live in a community, okay, and now they started making permanent houses, now they started settle down at one place, it means they started living in a community. In a community, maybe 10 houses or maybe 20 houses. Okay, now trade and interaction. Okay, now in Neolithic age, my dear student, trade is also increased between them, because they started settle down in a groups. Okay, they give up their, means they leave their nomadic life, they started to settle down at a place for permanent basis. Okay, it means now the exchange of goods between them started. Okay, between communities, as settlement grew and specialized labor become more common, trade between different communities began to flourish. I already told you, when they started to settle down in a community, the exchange of goods started between them. Okay, see, what type of trade early men used to do? They used to do surplus trade of surplus food, means when they grown more and more food, they started trading. Okay, surplus food, tools, potteries, and other goods with their nearby settlement. Okay, trade network expanded over time. So just like this, the trade between them extended over a period of time. Okay, now people are allowed to exchange not only materials, but they are also started exchanging ideas, technologies, and cultural practices. Okay, means first of all they started trading goods. But after some time, now they are exchanging, now they are trading not only goods and materials, they started exchanging ideas. Okay, they started exchanging technologies. Okay, this exchange helped to spread innovation such as improved farming technique, new tools, and early forms of writing. So this exchange of their ideas, technologies, it helped to spread innovative ideas. Just like the farming techniques are improved. Okay, farming techniques are improved now. Now more and more new tools are produced, and writing means early form of writing also started. Okay, trade is also promoted on cultural interaction, cooperation between different groups. Okay, when trade started happening between two or more communities, now they are not exchanging goods and material, they are exchanging their ideas and thoughts also. Okay, and it lays the foundation of more economic, means more complex economic and social system. Okay, through these networks, early humans developed connection that extended beyond their communities. Okay, fostering a sense of interdependence and mutual benefits. Okay, so all these things happened in Neolithic age. So, my dear student, this is all in this chapter. Okay, so let's have a quick review of this chapter. See, historical clues or evidences are the sources of our history. Okay, monuments. What is the meaning of monuments? Our ancient buildings. Okay, writings. Okay, writings are engraved on a stone surface, metal or clay tablets. They all are called as inscriptions. Okay, what is the meaning of literary sources? The meaning of literary sources is written records. Okay, literary sources are of two types, religious and secular. The Mesolithic age means the Mesolithic age was a period of transition or changes. And why Mesolithic age is the period of transition? Because fire is discovered in this Mesolithic age. And when Mesolithic age ended and Neolithic age started, men started growing crops, means they started doing agriculture. Okay, during this period, means during Neolithic period, men also started domestication of animals, and copper was the first metal. See, remember this thing, the first metal which early mans used, it is copper. Okay, bronze was, they also used to make bronze by mixing little tin with copper. Okay, the Chalcolithic age is known as Bronze Age. Okay, so the era in which bronze metals are predominantly used, known as Chalcolithic age. Okay, so this is all in this chapter, my dear students. I hope you all got a very good understanding of this chapter. My dear student, now go thoroughly through this chapter and complete all the exercise based on this chapter. Now I am taking leave and going to meet with you all in my next session with a new chapter. Till then, take very good care of yourself. Bye.